We begin with the embattled Labour MP Clare Curran. She's resigned as a minister after a bumbling stint in government, citing the relentless and intolerable pressure she's been under. It follows a series of errors leading firstly to her demotion from cabinet last month and now to her resignation to the backbenches. Here's our political reporter Craig McCulloch.
A month shy of a year in government, the coalition with its first ministerial casualty.
Today I advised the Prime Minister that I have resigned from all my ministerial portfolios.
Clare Curran in her Dunedin South electorate, a minister no more. The pressures of the job, too much.
I am, like the rest of you, a human being, and I can no longer endure the relentless pressure that I've been under. I've made some mistakes. They weren't deliberate undermining of the political system. But my mistakes have been greatly amplified and the pressure on me has become intolerable.
The Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern says she accepted Ms Curran's resignation last night, noting the unacceptable distraction for the government.
I'm of course disappointed we've come to this. I do think she had something to offer. But all of us are here at the will of the New Zealand public. If we're unable to fulfil our roles, we need to recognise when that happens. Claire's recognised it and that's why she's resigned.
The news came at midday. Hours earlier, Ms Ardern was on News Talk ZB. Not a mention of what was to come.
Good morning.
Have you spoken to Clare Curran yet?
Yes, I have.
And given an opportunity to elaborate, she picked her words carefully.
Are you considering cutting ties with her, though? Firing her?
No, because I think she's paid a price. I have huge expectations of my ministers and those in the ministry, but I also accept that from time to time they will also have bad days.
Nationals leader Simon Bridges says the Prime Minister isn't playing it straight.
This is a Prime Minister who, into the election, said this would be the most open and transparent government New Zealand has ever seen. It has been anything but. It's been weak, it's been incompetent, it's been shambolic.
Ms Curran found more sympathy on her home turf. Dunedin voters disappointed in the development and expressing support for their local MP.
I think it's a shame because she had a lot to offer. And I think this is the trouble now, is that the media are inclined to get in there with tooth and nail when somebody makes a slip-up, but everybody does.
The opposition are like Attila the Hun, and these people are trying to do the best they can. She has my sympathy.
What can I say? It's all been said, I think.
I just wanted to stay where she is. I wanted to stay in Parliament.
She will stay on in Parliament, but now on the backbenches, an ignominious end to her ministerial stint. In April, it emerged Ms Curran had had an undeclared meeting with RNZ News boss Carol Hirschfeld. It cost Ms Hirschfeld her job.
I would not have that meeting again.
Then in August, a second offence, again failing to properly disclose a meeting, this time with Derek Handley, a candidate for the new role of Chief Technology Officer. Ms Curran was demoted from Cabinet, stripped of 2 portfolios.
I know that I made a mistake and that there had to be consequences.
But the pressure was still building. It came to a head this week, culminating in this display in Parliament on Wednesday.
I haven't used my. I've answered OIA responses and personal.
The then Minister crumbling over questions about the use of her personal email to conduct government business.
That's what I've done.
The opposition now zeroing in on those emails, asking what the government has to hide.
The only way we will know if there is more to this or not is by the Gmail account and the official information within that being released. Otherwise, it just looks like it could be a preemptive cover-up.
I use my Gmail account infrequently for work, and it would have been discoverable, and it hasn't been used to conceal anything.
Chris Farfoy has taken over as Broadcasting Minister. Ms Ardern will be hoping his tenure will be less scandal-prone than his predecessors. Atu iti whare parimata mō te hōtaka o te ahiahi, ko Craig McCulloch ahau.
And we'll have more on all of this from our political editor Jane Patterson after 6 tonight.